Alright, most of you have probably not seen me shaven, so ignore that, but this is going to be a quick tutorial on how to get the GiantJigglypuff3's randomizer, because a lot of people are having questions, and ignore this Python version for now, because I have to update it, but basically I provided the URL in either a Discord or I might have like linked it to you, whatever. On this top side, there's like a little code button. If you click that, there should be a download zip. Click that, and it'll say where do you want to save it to. I'm just gonna kind of save it to desktop, and it should not take long to download at all. I think it's still going for some reason. There we go. Okay, so now if I go to my desktop, here it is right here, and I have the ROM right here. It has to end in .z64. So I'm gonna go ahead and unzip this, extract to, I don't know, extract here. I think extract here is fine, yeah. So here it is. All right, gonna open it up, and I can actually close this one. So here is the folder. You don't even need this. You really only need this one. This is optional. I like it being there. You don't have to. This needs to be here, and this is already like that. Don't change that. Get the ROM, move it over to this folder, and you're gonna double click on the randomizer exe. Currently I'm on 0.6.1. Alright, so you should get a you know, that thing that looks like this. And there are some default settings. I'm gonna try to make it so that you can customize your settings and like have it save and stuff. But for now, here is your select a ROM. Go ahead and click on this and select the one that's already in your folder. So this is it automatically leads you to the folder that you're in. I've had some people like ask like, oh, security issue, like what if it like looks in my other folders? Like this will not look in your other folders. And actually this needs to be in here because the way I have it set up was made for testing. I need to make it better for other people. But basically, just click on your Banjo-Kazooie file, seed optional, so you can put whatever seed you want. If you want to do like 420 or something like that, you can do that. It's fine. I'm just gonna type in a bunch of random numbers just to prove a point. Sure, that'll work. That should work at least. Jinjo's, 1-ups, miscellaneous objects. So Jinjo's, 1-ups, and like acorns, the orange, Conga's orange, Blubber's gold, those all mix around. I currently don't have the caterpillars mixed around because those guys need enemy boundaries to stay where they are. Otherwise, they go through walls, and I don't know why, and I have to figure out how to fix that. But I currently have none in shuffle. The jiggies and stuff, empty honeycombs and tokens, I currently I have an option for that, and that's in beta. I don't recommend using it right now because it will crash your game. Well, it'll soft lock your game. I won't say crash. I'm gonna say soft lock. Because you can go into like Gobi's Valley and the jiggy that's supposed to be there is not there, and you can't open it up, so you have to literally die or drown to get out of there. Notes, eggs, feathers. Right now I have shuffle. I will have a randomized option. Well, I'll try to have a randomized option where it'll show up anywhere on the map, or potentially it'll have a random number of like notes and stuff. Because people were asking for that. I don't like that option, but it will probably be there. Enemies, I have it in, it says beta. I shouldn't say beta anymore. I think it's working now, but I haven't fully tested it, which is why I said beta. Because I'm trying to test different things, but you can have it shuffled, like so only things that are within the world get shuffled, and randomized where it basically says here's an enemy, change it to whatever is in the list. Clanker's rings. So this one's kind of hard, and I put hard next to it, but basically it rearranges the order of the rings. I think the first ring will always be the first ring, but the other rings will switch around. So if you have trouble beating it, pause buffering will get you there. Croctus, it'll switch around the Croctus order. However, I don't have the cameras working yet, so the Croctus will just move and the camera will be in the wrong section. I think it's kind of fun because you can say like, oh, it's definitely not here, and I've already been to these locations, it has to be here. So use some logic. Ancient ones, I think the first one is stationary and the rest of them are random, so this will potentially make it so that the first one's randomized. And Jinxie Head Maze, so around the King Sandybutt's tomb, there's these 3 heads that pop up, and the order will be randomized. Whenever you have this ready, go ahead and just click submit, It'll take a little bit. I actually have it now running so that the command prompt does not scream in your face, so just be patient. I think you can do a Control-Alt-Delete to look at Task Manager to see if it's actually still running or not. After some, oh, I still have one do that. Okay, well, that's fine. I think I'll have to fix that. But you should get a GIF that looks like this to show that it's done and it's working. Now let me show you some. Okay, well, let me show you where it happens. Now you'll have a EPP IIISA, which stands for GiantJigglypuff3's strikes again, which is like an inside joke. If you click on that, here is your seed. Now, let's say you have an error. Let's say in this Banjo-Kazooie ROM, you have a space, and you try running this. So I'm now gonna select this ROM. Does not matter, but seed. I'm gonna go 420. I don't know, whatever, right? Same settings. I say submit. That should not have submit. There we go. Failed to execute script. So what's happened is you can't have a space. Permission denied. Yeah. So like it'll yeah. I'm getting a billion errors now. Weird. You'll have like a billion errors because there shouldn't be a space. And I thought I had a check for that. I'm not sure why it's not. But I'll fix that in a different version. So you click on this, you'll see that there's a bunch of bin files, and this is basically what I use to extract data out of the copy of the ROM. I don't actually touch your ROM, so that it never messes up. Your ROM should never be corrupted. It should just make a copy, this guy right here, and then do a bunch of changes to that. So you'll see that it's still made. It is not ready. This will basically be the base game. So yeah, whenever you run the script, it'll actually just clear that. And if this is not the base, if this is not a .z64, so let's say I make it an N64. Yeah, it's fine. I have copies of this, and I go ahead and try running it. So select whatever. Oh yeah. So by default, it won't even show it, but I can say all files and click on this guy, say submit, and it says this is what should have showed up when there was a space, but I think I'm only looking at the directory, not the actual file itself. So ROM extension not allowed, N64. That should get a majority of your errors. If you have any errors besides that, like it should work for if you do the practice ROM. It should work if you do Middens randomizer. Like, so you use Middens randomizer, and then you use this randomizer on top of it. It should still work. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't tested that, but that's a thing. If you have any more questions, let me know, but I will be linking this video anytime someone asks me a question. It's already in here. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully that helps, and have a good night.